When Perpetua met Malene back in the 90s, it wasn't a given that they would fall in love. On their wedding day, they agreed to realise each other's dreams. On the land they bought together in the Surrey Hills.
I've always wanted to build us a home, and now to get the chance to do that is incredible.
However, the impetus to realise that dream came into sharp focus 2 years ago, when Pep was diagnosed with terminal cancer.
The diagnosis of cancer, that triggered me into saying, right, if I'm going to build a house while I'm alive, I better get on with it now.
Never one to hold back from getting stuck in.
Whoops.
Building a house has become Pep's raison d'etre. So what's the deal then? You're going to build on this site, yeah?
So the grand plan is to build a single-storey Viking-inspired longhouse.
This is a modern version, so passive house, and inside is just going to be very modern Nordic design. And hygge. It has to be hygge.
Which is cosy.
Yeah.
First order of business is to get rid of the old chicken shed and concrete pad. In its place will come a highly insulated polystyrene raft that will be laid out and filled with concrete. From this point on, this house, designed by Pep and Malene themselves, will be constructed almost entirely of wood. Prefabricated sections will form a super energy-efficient, insulated structural shell. This clever piece of engineering creates a huge open space inside, ready for Viking feasts. And supporting this Viking Hall, entire walls of glazing to connect with the nature that surrounds. Pep and Malene's ambition is to make a home that honours their life shared together. However, time is not on their side, so it's vital that they build it as quickly as possible. How much have you allocated for it?
500 plus 10% contingency, so 550.
Oh, which is quite ambitious.
We're funding the project through 2/3 of my life insurance, and then the other third will come from the sale of our existing house. So the idea is keep me alive, keep me alive so I can build the house.
Yeah.
Anything we get after that is a bonus.
Whoa!
We don't need that house anymore anyway.
Within weeks, the ground is beautifully flat and ready to take delivery of the foundation system. Like no other project I can think of, here time really is of the essence. Pep has ordered a highly insulated foundation system made of polystyrene blocks.
Yeah, okay.
And then your big slider at the back again, yeah.
These form a tray, which is loaded up with underfloor heating loops, sewer pipes and rebar. And within a week, bang on Pep's schedule, it's ready to be filled with concrete.
Wait, pump is blocked now. Won't do nothing.
But a sudden fault with the cement truck means it's now churned out completely the wrong mix, causing the pump to jam up.
It's like a meter load.
An interrupted concrete pour could screw up the whole foundations.
We're having a nightmare here.
Just 3 months after they struck ground, Pep and Malene watch as the first panels are swung into place with a satisfying speed and efficiency.
To you, a couple of mil.
Over the next few days, the rest of the internal walls and roof structure fly up. For just short of 3 long years, Pep faced down her cancer diagnosis with a courage and determination that was inspiring. But in the closing weeks of spring, Pep finally reached the end. For Pep, the construction of this shared home was a lifelong dream, one which arguably provided her with the energy and life force to propel her beyond the time the doctors had given her to live. Now, it falls to Malene to decide how that dream is realized. This building is devoid of ostentation, but replete with elegance. It shows what happens when you make an art of simplicity through flawless, crafted execution.
This is the Viking Hall.
It is. It is a space filled with all the Scandinavian-designed furniture and fittings which Pep and Malene collected over the years, alongside a new, neat kitchen area with a lavish marble top.
So when we designed the kitchen, you know, Pep wanted a window seat so that, you know, she could watch me cooking and, you know, have a glass of wine and just, you know, as a kind of being together and do the cooking. So that's why the, you know,
that's why
the window seat is very important, yeah.
That's why she's sitting in the window seat.
That's her place, yeah.
I can't think of a more fitting testament to a life fully lived than this wonderfully modest home.
Do you know how much the project cost to complete?
Yes, just under £750,000. From being a dream home, suddenly the building has become a place for healing. Now the house is not going to be a home for me and Pep as a couple for the rest of our life. I feel very strongly that it will become a place for healing and sanctuary, not just for me, but for Pep's family and for other people who come into my life. I think that's really, really special, you know.